Let's see here. What do we got on TV tonight? We've got the U.S. Open. We got my mom's watching Project Runway. I can cancel Lou Dobbs. We also have Patriots Chiefs. I just tried to cancel it. I'm going to take this tuner. And at the end of the day, you know what I can say? I can say that Motorsports 360 is back in your life. How'd you like that for an intro?
Still kind of feels empty without Michael.
Yeah, right now, I agree with you. But anyway, what's going on, everyone? Marty here. September 7th, 2017. Another week gone. YouTube only. What's up, Elijah? He's made it at the top of the hour, and we already got 4 viewers. Sweet. Now we're down to 3, silly. Anyway, so Michael is coming, in case you guys are wondering. He's running late at the moment. I'm getting an update on him. But anyway, let's go a different way today. Let's start off with Cody Smart.
Hello, how's it going today? And yeah, I got some news and regarding to myself being a panelist here.
Wait, hang on a second. Hang on. We have to introduce Michael.
Oh, you left.
Ironic.
Right, go ahead, Cody. Go ahead.
So ironic that just happened.
And now he's back.
It's just like, okay, Michael, go. He just leaves. And then, Cody, go. He appears again.
So,
Hi, Michael.
I came and I couldn't hear you guys, and then I had to leave again so I could hear you. I just finished.
Wait a little bit.
I'm getting ready for that hurricane. By the way, I may show up at one of your doors in the next few days.
Come over here to New York, buddy. Come on over, Michael.
My
we
house,
love it here.
My house may not be
at the Mississippi River.
I'm not sure
Yes.
if the leaders at my suite might allow you to be our guest, but if they allow it, then sure.
Yeah, we're going to be praying for you this weekend, Michael, because of the hurricane. We're all going to be thinking about you and everyone else in Florida and everyone affected by Hurricane Irma. We also got Jake Rogers.
Don't forget about Logan,
I'm just
too.
here
Logan's
so I won't
here?
get fined.
Wait, is Logan with you right now?
No, the other Logan in the kick chat.
Oh, okay.
He's in South Carolina.
Oh, wow, dang. All right, then we got Jake.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's get on to the recaps already. We're 2 minutes in. We haven't done recaps yet. Great. All right, so it was the Southern 5 on lap 17 for an accident involving Trevor Bayne in turn 3. And then lap 42, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. would have an accident in turn 4. Then we'd have a stage conclusion. Martin Truex Jr., followed by Kyle Larson in a photo finish, I'll say. Denny Hamlin 3rd, Kevin Harvick 4th, Brad Keselowski 5th, Eric Jones 6th, Jamie McMurray 7th, Joey Logano 8th, Kyle Busch 9th, and Austin Dillon is 10th. And then lap 126, Daniel Suarez would back in turn 1. He would be done for the day. Lap 157, Matt DiBenedetto, Cody Ware, and AJ Allmendinger would get together in turn 1. Ware would be done for the day. And stage 2 concluded, if I'm correct. With the top 10 for that being Martin Truex Jr., followed by Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Jamie McMurray, Austin Dillon, and Matt Kenseth. Then, lap 198, Greg Gaulding spins in turn 2 would be done for the day after that. And then lap 208, David Reagan spins in turn 1. And then we went green the rest of the way. Well, we had one debris caution though, but green the rest of the way. At the end of the day, Denny Hamlin makes a pass with 2 laps to go in turn 3 after Martin Truex Jr. suffers a flat tire. Your top 10 for that, Hamlin wins the Southern 500, his second win of the season, but that second win does get encumbered. We'll talk about that in a Kyle Busch would finish 2nd, Kurt Busch would finish 3rd, Austin Dillon 4th, that Jones kid finishes in 5th. Yeah, Michael gets it. We'll talk about that as well in a little bit. Matt Kenseth 6th, Ryan Newman 7th, Martin Truex Jr. 8th, Kevin Harvick 9th, and Jamie McMurray finishes 10th.
Where'd Daniel Suarez finish?
Not in a good spot, I don't think.
All I know is he finished in a position that gave him Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, it's Suarez, the Mexican.
We'll talk about that as well in a few moments. All right, then we get to the Xfinity Series race, also at Darlington. So to start things off on lap 3, Matt Tifft and Ross Chastain get together in turn 4. Tifft would be done for the day due to an accident. And then lap 10, Ty Dillon spins in turn 2. Lap 33, Ray Black Jr., no surprise here, spins in turn 2. Lap 47, the stage would conclude. Your top 10 for that would be Kevin Harvick, followed by Elliott Sadler, Ty Dillon, Daniel Suarez, or was it Suarez in the 18? I'm pretty sure it was Suarez. If not, it was Eric Jones. No, it was Hamlin. That's right. Followed by Logano, then Eric Jones, Brendan Poole, Austin Dillon, William Byron, and Daniel Hemrick. Lap 72, the number 24 of Dylan Lupton would spin in turn 2. Stage 2 would that conclude with Harvick once again winning, followed by Denny Hamlin in second, Joey Logano third, Elliott Sadler fourth, Eric Jones fifth, Brendan Poole sixth, Ty Dillon seventh, Austin Dillon eighth, William Byron ninth, and Daniel Hemrick is 10th. Then on lap 100, Spencer Gallagher and Ben Kennedy get together in turn 2, teammates. Lap 138, Dakota Armstrong gets spins in turn 2. And lap 144, Elliott Sadler and Eric Jones will get together on the front stretch. Some exciting racing going on throughout the final laps of the race. And I'm sorry, I'm really stuffed up today. But anyway, on the final laps of the race, Hamlin versus Logano in a battle for the win. Logano tried to get to the bottom, tried to pull a slide job, gets back up the track, opens the door for Hamlin once again, a crossover move, and Denny Hamlin wins the race. Joey Logano would finish second, Kevin Harvick third, Eric Jones fourth, William Byron fifth, Brendan Poole sixth, Ty Dillon seventh, Justin Allgaier eighth, Cole Custer ninth, and Austin Dillon rounds out the top 10. Then we get to the Camping World Truck Series. It is one of my favorite races of the Labor Day weekend. 5 cautions in the race. Stage 1 then first concluded. Top 10 for that were Austin Cindric, followed by Kaz Grala in second, Christopher Bell third, John Honeychek fourth, Justin Haley fifth, Noah Gragson sixth, Ryan Truex seventh, Parker Kligerman eighth, Todd Gilliland ninth, and Ben Rhodes 10th. Lap 42, stage 2 would conclude with your top 10 being Ryan Truex, followed by Chase Briscoe, Ben Rhodes, Grant Enfinger, Austin Wayne South. Yeah, I know, right? Austin Wayne South, 5th in stage 2. All right, DJ Kennington 6th, Ross Chastain, no, Jason Hathaway, 7th. Oh my goodness, who is the 45? Victor Gonzalez Jr., Parker Kligerman 9th, and Todd Gilliland is 10th. Some big upsets there. So that round of applause was actually for those entire top 10 underdogs. Then we get to a little bit of fun here. Alrighty.
Oh.
The final lap of the race. This is Cindric behind Kaz Grala. Cindric looking to get into the playoffs. Grala looking for his second win of the season. In turn 5, I believe it was. Cindric bumps Grala, a bump and dump and run. Grala would spin out, would finish third. Austin Cindric gets his first win of the season. Noah Gragson second, Justin Haley fourth, Ryan Truex fifth, Johnny Sauter sixth, Chase Briscoe seventh, Parker Kligerman eighth. A round of applause for the 22 of Austin Wayne South, who finished in ninth.
Okay, not the best finish this season, but close enough.
And Ben Rhodes finishes 10th. I'm not giving a round of applause to Austin Cindric because we saw that win coming.
Yeah.
And you guys have other reasons why. I'm not going to go into them. Then we get to the IndyCar Series at Watkins Glen. I was supposed to go to this race. Unfortunately, I could not do the work. Oh, well. First caution happened on lap 6 for James Hinchcliffe. In turn 9, had a mechanical problem. And then lap 15, Takuma Sato would have to get towed in. On lap 15. Lap 27, would spin in turn 7. And lap 46, this is a big one. But Joseph Newgarden and Sebastian Bourdais get together at the pit exit. Huge championship implications. What happens? Though, Alexander Rossi, Jake Rogers, how about that? Round of applause.
Yeah. I knew he'd do it.
My boy Scott Dixon 2nd, Ryan Hunter-Reay 3rd, Elio Castroneves 4th, Graham Rahal 5th, Will Power 6th, Charlie Campbell 7th, Max Chilton 8th, Simon Pagelo 9th. And in 10th position, 10th and 11th, how about this? The ABC Supply AJ Foyt Racing Team. Best finishes down once again. Good finishes.
Yay.
Alrighty. The points game changes big time now. I believe Joseph Newgarden has a very little point lead right now over Scott Dixon. And as we enter Sonoma, which will not be this weekend, but next weekend, it's double points. So anything can happen. And I'm excited to see what does. All right, forget about that. Let's get to the headlines. But first, let's see what you guys are seeing in chat. Hello to Gatlin Downey. All right, for your headlines, something that was announced today. NASCAR has announced 2018 engine rules changes. They'll be required to run engines multiple races next year. Cup teams will use 13 short block engines, which consists of an engine block, crankshaft, camshaft, connecting rods, and pistons for 2 full race weekends each next season. Teams that are not considered full-time will not be permitted to compete in more than 2 consecutive points races without using a sealed short block engine that has been run in a preceding event. NASCAR also announced that it will go to a single engine in all Cup events. Previously, teams have been allowed to change engines between the qualifying race and the Daytona 500. That will not be allowed anymore. So this is big now, because if you have to change your engine, you could not be racing in the Daytona 500, which is very interesting. That's what I think.
This is this going to be during discussion time?
No, it's not.
Just point out this. Yeah, it's going to hurt small teams.
It is going to hurt small teams.
Definitely continuing to hurt these small teams. We need to benefit small teams. Look
Does-
at the entries we got.
I got a
Come
question.
on.
I have a question.
I have a
Why do
question.
they want? I do too. Let me go first. Why do they want to hurt race team? His Go Fast Racing. Come on, why? Just why?
Yeah. Why does NASCAR hate small teams?
Why does NASCAR hate Matt
They
Canadell?
look-
That's the question.
I
Why
really
do they hate small teams in general? Do they just don't see any appeal to them? I mean, all the big name teams now started out small. No one starts out big.
I don't know. I really don't understand how, they race those engines races, they take them back to the shop, they rebuild them, add parts to it, tune it up, take it to the racetrack, and then they're good to go. That's what all the teams do. I don't see how only running an engine for 2 races and putting 1,000 miles on it without getting to do any tuning on it, getting to fix it, replace anything that went bad, I don't see how that's going to benefit the teams. I just don't see how, especially the small teams, I don't see how that's going to benefit them. It's going to put them in the hole money-wise.
All right. Some silly season news. Some people have been saying Ty Dillon goes to Richard Childress Racing next season. Not going to happen. German Racing, they have announced that Ty Dillon and Geico have inked multi-year contract extensions. So, trying to see how long this contract will now last. Doesn't say, but it's going to be multiple years.
I'd just throwing off a number. I'd say 2020. Around there, probably.
All right. A very interesting story coming out here. Subway has terminated their sponsorship of Daniel Suarez one race only. 2 months ago, Suarez and Rutledge Wood toured the campgrounds of New Hampshire Motor Speedway on a golf cart, handing out Dunkin' Donuts to fans. It seemed like a great way to generate fan support for Suarez, but they lost their sponsorship with Subway. While Desayuno with Daniel was a great hit with fans, there's one big hole, though. Subway has served breakfast since 2010. To have an agent of the company passing out Dunkin' Donuts could be seen as a direct conflict of interest. It is, yes, it is true. That was the reason why.
Subway served breakfast.
It has. They have really good breakfast, actually. I'm going to be honest.
I never
didn't
knew.
know Subway hated Dunkin' Donuts.
I would like to try Dunkin' Donuts one. So
I've actually tried it before. It's not that bad.
let's see here. What else do we have here? Okay. I think that does it for the headlines. So yeah, let's get to discussion time, people. We've got a very interesting discussion time for you. So the first question is regarding Denny Hamlin and his encumbered race wins. Both Darlington victories encumbered. They will not count now. So the question is, should we disqualify race winners for failing post-race inspection like we do at like the Snowball Derby and other smaller short track races? Michael, we'll start off with you.
If you cheat in any sort of professional sport, there has to be consequences handed out. Yes, they're going to get fined. They're going to lose the crew chief, blah, 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 whatever, lose the money. Win isn't going to count towards the playoffs, but they're still counted as the winner of that race. That is not right, in my opinion. He needs to go to the second-place driver, Kyle Busch, but, I mean, well, all right, my bad. Derp. I said the name. I apologize.
Hey, don't worry. I said it already tonight.
Okay.
All right, Jake.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Should we disqualify race winners for failing post-race inspection?
Real quick, can I just
I'd
give it
say,
real quick?
yeah. But, okay.
Look at Hamlin cheating at Michigan. His win got encumbered. That could have gone to Byron, but it didn't go to Byron, and he lost those stage points. He lost those points that could have gone towards the championship. He got those 15 extra points at the end of the season over Elliott Sadler. That could have been, not to mention the win. All right, go ahead, Jake. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, now, this is kind of an idea about, I also have this for a certain discussion time topic that we'll get to earlier. I'd say if they're caught cheating through inspection, I'd say make them the first car allowed down, the second place car, if they didn't cheat too, and give the stage win and the overall race win to that who did not cheat.
Yep.
All right, Cody.
Okay, so remember earlier in the year, and my reaction to the whole Michigan win and the whole Richmond win as well, both of them encumbered. I was like, come on, just give it to this second place finisher. I mean, they're the fastest car that passed post-race inspection. At least the benefit should be going to them. But here's the thing. They didn't do that. And here's the funny thing. So the Xfinity race when Denny Hamlin got his win encumbered, not to mention the second Xfinity win this season for Hamlin that got encumbered. Joey Logano's Xfinity car who came in second, that was also encumbered. So that means Kevin Harvick would have gotten the credit with the win if it would have been like playoff points and whatnot. So I would very much suggest just don't give the credit to the winner since he technically won the race, but just don't give him instead of encumbering the win and taking away the benefits for the chase, just give the benefits to whoever came in second. Because, I mean, come on. I know whoever came in second would be Kyle Busch in the Cup race. Oh,
Hi, Mom.
come on. Is everyone going
Yep.
to say his name tonight or not? I just caught myself. But,
I'm still gonna call him.
yeah. Yes, him. So the win would have went to him. And despite it would have been very annoying, at least it would make things more fair for the playoffs.
Okay.
All right, I'm guessing I'm up now. All righty. So I believe I was talking about this with a friend earlier today. And we should disqualify them unless we really should. Race winner. Logano should have been disqualified. Even if you lose, if you have loose lug nuts, you should be disqualified. I don't even care if it's loose lug nuts on the car or if you've lost a lug nut on the car. You should be disqualified from the race, even if whether you cheat or you have loose lug nuts. So
I mean, it's cheating, right?
what?
It's cheating, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cheating.
Look at Kyle Busch. He's won the All-Star race and he won the Pocono race and he had loose lug nuts. That's cheating, isn't it?
Yeah, that is cheating.
Yeah.
So disqualify that son of a gun.
That's blatant cheating.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
This just got interesting, folks.
Oh yeah, guys. I also would like to, if it's okay with Marty, I'd like to add a question on discussion time. It's regarding Cody Ware's tweets.
Yes, let's talk about that as well. So
About that.
Cody Ware
I have
and
the
Benedetto had an
tweets pulled up.
interesting discussion on
I have the
Twitter.
tweets pulled up. Yeah,
Yes,
if you want me to read them.
now deleted. Cody Ware was mad at Matt Benedetto over a racing accident, and
Yeah.
Ware posted on Twitter, "At least I don't cheat on my wife."
He also followed up, and there's gonna be like some bad language. So if there's like children in the room, I'd say mute
Yeah,
until
especially-
I don't know another part up, or
Yeah.
Or just bleep it
just
out.
put headphones in. Yeah. So he says, "Everybody's golden boy, Matt Benedetto, talking crap for no reason, but at least I can sleep at night and not banging other chicks while I'm married." That's what he said. His words, not mine.
Alrighty. Let's go to you, Cody.
Now, just hearing the tweet just made me think, are you serious? I mean, you're messing around with one of the most popular, as of right now, one of the most popular underdog drivers. I mean, your car is already one of the slowest in the Cup Series. Don't make your popularity the slowest either. But let me tell you something. Not many people know Cody Ware, to be practically honest with you. But I bet there's more people that don't know Cody Ware than people who don't like him, aka the one who drives the 18 in the Cup.
Yeah.
Yep. So I was gonna say, like, for Cody Ware, he should probably be a little bit more careful on that. Because again,
All
he
right.
doesn't really have the huge fan base and such.
Yeah, Cody Ware lost. I'm just gonna say Cody Ware lost my respect in that. Well, number one, because I am a Benedetto fan, and then number two, I thought Ware's words on Twitter were very disrespectful. I am very glad he apologized on Twitter. But yeah, I just not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of Cody Ware anymore. In fact, I want to get a hero card from Matt Benedetto that says Cody Ware sucks.
You want me to go or Michael?
Michael can go.
Okay, well, for one thing, I just want to point out that he used very poor grammar on that tweet, the second one. And second of all, like, it's okay to let out your frustrations on social media, on Twitter. It's all right. A lot of drivers do it. It's a way to vent. But when you start making personal attacks that have absolutely nothing to do with the situation, just to try and one-up the other person or be the top dog in the argument or whatever you want to call it, you got to draw the line there. There's a time and place for everything, but for something personal like that, a personal attack, it's just that's what politics are for. That's where the personal attacks come in. This isn't politics. This is racing.
Yeah, we're not. Oh, can I go?
Yeah.
Or are you done?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Like this is really low. I mean, it's one thing to get, like you said, it's one thing to get upset out over a wreck, but it's another to just make personal attacks. Again, we're not talking about controversial topics here. We're not talking about abortion or gun control. We're talking about racing. Okay? You don't make personal attacks over a sport just because he wrecked you. If his dad didn't own Rick Ware Racing, and as you could guess, Cody Ware's Rick Ware's son, if he would lose his job. I mean, in any other position, if you write tweets like that, you would lose your job. So that's why I always be careful when tweeting. But
yeah.
point is,
Yeah.
what Cody Ware said was unnecessary, and it's just he's only in that position because his dad owns the team, just like GMS and Spencer Gallagher. Although at least he doesn't call out other drivers and make personal attacks. At least I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, he deleted his Twitter account too, so that's kind of like he knew he messed up. But I will say this about the daddy's boy thing, and his dad owns the company. He's only racing because of his father and all this. In that situation, a lot of their dads were able to bail them out, get small teams started, get their name out there, help them through their career, help them get that sponsorship money. I mean, look at Paul Menard, for example. I'm still not saying what he did was right, but the daddy's boy thing is when you're, like I said, when you're looking at NASCAR compared to other sports, NASCAR, it's more prevalent that their fathers help them out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, he's
Eric
right.
Jones too. Eric Jones.
Well, Eric Jones is kind of mild than the more extreme examples in the sport, but there is. You're right.
He still had help from his father though, in his roots in his beginning. Building a car so he could go racing on the dirt. And
hold on. I got a phone call. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways.
All right, let's just get to the next question already.
We took too long, Marty.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You guys, is the Austin Cindric Kaz Growler accident. Hello to Kenny Strummy, by the way. I know Michael has been waiting to speak his mind out for a very, very long time on this. But we're going to let Cody go first and start things off.
Okay, the Austin Cindric Kaz Growler battle for the win. Let me tell you something. That was an exciting battle. Honestly, one of the most exciting battles for a win all year long. I mean, you look forward to these road courses. It sucks that it's all over for this year. But let me tell you something. Certainly ended with a bang, and a bang that I'd really like to see for the win. It's just, I was wishing that Kaz Growler wouldn't have spun, but instead went to the outside, got loose to the outside lane. So that it would have been like a very interesting fight for the win. But I really like to see Austin Cindric win because I know he was really good at Canada, and I know he's good at road courses. So I was counting on Cindric winning the race, and I was really happy to see Austin Cindric win over Kaz Growler because for one reason, Kaz Growler already got a win this season, to be honest. So I'm real happy to see Austin Cindric win, and I'm happy that it was a very exciting finish as it was.
Uh-oh. You guys still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I thought I lost connection for a moment. But anyway, Michael, I already know.
All right, I'm back.
All right. Michael, I know you already know what I said, but I'm just going to say it again.
Go ahead, man.
The main goal in racing. What is the main goal in racing? In NASCAR?
Win.
Yes. You race to win the race. You know what Ricky Bobby once said? If you ain't first, you're last. So you race to win. You race for the win. Even if you lose fans, you race for the win. Now,
Look at Kyle Busch.
may not have been the best turn to go for the win, but let's look at this. Cindric had a bad car throughout the next few sectors on the track. If he had a bad car and Gralla was much faster. Look at the straightaways. I believe, if I'm correct, Gralla was just a little bit faster than Cindric, which could have given Gralla the race win. So
I think it's the other way around, Marty.
I mean, Cindric was he was faster than Gralla in a lot of the racetrack, but I'm thinking, though, in the straightaways that Gralla was just a tiny bit faster than Cindric. But once again, you race to win. You got to do what you got to do to get the win. If you have to bump it out of the way, like Carl Edwards did with Kyle, you got to do that. If you have to spin him out of the way, you may lose fans, but you got to do that. So I approve of Cindric's of the finish. Cindric won for the win. He did. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Go ahead, King of Predictions.
Okay. Me and Marty talked about this when it happened, but here's my thoughts on it. I see it as a dirty move, unnecessary. He straight up dove it into the corner, didn't use the brakes. He just hit him in the back end, hit Kaz in the back end, turned him around when there was still half the lap left in the race. You know, gosh, it's been so long, I can't even remember what I was saying anymore, but I just saw it as a dirty move. The thing that I hate the most is that in his post-race interviews, there was 3 or 4 of them, I don't remember all of them, but the one thing that I noticed the most is that he never apologized. And he never said that he did it on purpose. He straight up did it on purpose. He said what did he say? He said that he didn't have a choice or something like that. And God, what did he say? What did he say in his interview? You guys remember?
I think what he said was the Dale Senior quote that was quoted 100 times before. I didn't mean to wreck him. I meant to rattle his cage a little bit. I think that.
I mean, he meant to wreck him. I'm pretty sure he meant to get into the back of him and get him out of the way, and he spun him out. So I just thought it was unnecessary. I thought it was a dirty move. I don't know. I wish we were doing this on Tuesday instead of Thursday, because I actually remember all my thoughts about it, and I remember what I was this, but now I don't remember a thing.
All right. Anyway, Jake, let's recap the question. What were your thoughts on the Gralla Cindric accident?
Racing is racing. I mean, drivers do not have honor. They're not there to make friends. They're there to win races. I mean, like Marty said, that's a part of racing. And another person, I'm not going to name any names here, and if you do, you know who you are. I know this one person who kind of said what Michael said, but kind of was like, if this was like in dirt, the driver would get penalized. Now, I haven't seen anything like that, and trust me, I did see times on dirt where drivers would spin. Sometimes it's hard to tell if it's intentional or unintentional because, yeah, dirt, and that they get sent back. No, that could be debatable, but this isn't dirt, first of all. This isn't dirt. This is NASCAR. I mean, the rules are rules, and, I mean, if you have to turn someone to get the win, that's it. But with that said, I do feel like NASCAR has to implement some sort of rule for this, because it's not just about me, but what the fans want. If someone if it's blatant that someone meant to turn someone, like the lap down rule. Remember, I talked about the lap down rule. So there's less like fans threatening to leave the sport because they're not catering to them. Fans, and that's what I think.
Okay. So I found my comments that I posted on Reddit about the thing, which kind of revived my memory a little bit. Um, People were saying that he was glad that he just said that he had to do it rather than just fake the whole thing and get a sympathy speech or whatever. But in my opinion, him having to do it, I say that with quotations, him having to do it was just an excuse he made so he wouldn't have to admit what he did was wrong.
I know. Some people are not blaming.
People were saying, what, Jake?
I know some people were saying it's not Austin Cindric's fault, it's not Kaz Grala's fault, but it's simply NASCAR's fault for allowing this.
Yeah. What was Cindric's position before this weekend? In the chase?
He was.
Was he out or was he in?
It seemed like I think it was like 6th or 7th, maybe. I could be wrong.
So he was in.
I believe so, but
okay, well,
his recent performance, he wasn't gonna be in there for long.
Okay, but he was in though. He was in the playoffs. He was doing better. He had a good run at Michigan. He had a good run at Canada. This guy said he did have to do it though. He wasn't making the chase otherwise. And I couldn't remember what
I know that, but
because I couldn't find it. But I'm just gonna go off of what you said, Jake. That he was 6th or 7th in the poll.
Again, I could be wrong. I feel like it's around there, but you never know what happens in a few races.
Yeah, and point is he was in the playoffs. He chose to spin out Kaz Grala. He chose to. He didn't have to do it. He was so much better than Kaz. We saw how he was like 2 or 3 seconds back, and he caught him on fresher tires. He was going to pass him. He still had half a lap left. He was so much better in the final corners than Kaz was. He could get off of there so much better. I would have rather seen a bump and run in there. I really would have. It would have been a lot cleaner because then you're really getting down to the nitty-gritty. It's time to do it. It's time to go for the win. When you still have half the lap left and you just blatantly throw your car into the corner and spin the guy out, that's a dirty move. Would have been so much easier.
Like, from what I saw.
But that's because of the win.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I saw
I'm trying to search where he was.
Grala. I saw him bumping Grala, but I bet his intention was to get him loose to the outside, not really spinning him. It's like Grala got too loose and he spun himself. That's what I saw.
All right, guys. Let's get to the next topic. Man, that was an echo.
Good idea.
Okay.
Every time you have internet problems.
Let's talk about Hurricane Irma right now, and why it relates to NASCAR at the moment. So right now it could wipe out the entire state of Florida, like we said earlier on. Michael, we're thinking about you this weekend, buddy. But it's also big for the Homestead Miami races in November. And I've been hearing that Florida could get destroyed from this. So the question is, if Homestead Miami Speedway is unable to be raceable that weekend, could the final race get postponed or moved? Actually, a very good question. A very tough question, I'm going to say. Actually, I'm not going to go first, to be honest. I want to let Michael go first, give his thoughts about it, because he's our Florida guy here.
Okay, you were saying that the hurricane would come through, and what if it destroyed Homestead? That's the question?
Yes.
I tuned out, so... Okay. Well, hopefully Homestead and all the houses, all the buildings, everything in Florida will be okay, including my house. But God forbid, if it did happen, before in 2005, the plan was to go to Richmond. But I don't think we should do that. Here's what I'm thinking. There's going to be Atlanta Motor Speedway has opened up their campgrounds this weekend for any refugees, evacuees that are coming from Florida because of the hurricane. Here's what we need to do. When they get there, we fill up the campground. Then we lock them in until the final race. We make a race. Then we have the campgrounds completely full. We fill up the grandstands. We're a full house for Atlanta for the final race of the season. Right?
Yep.
No? Yeah, I think that's a great idea. We just hold them hostage until the final race. And then maybe we get some new fans because we're running for the championship. We'll put on a good show and make them all racing fans. And then boom, NASCAR is saved.
All right, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go next. I should
Second.
say. Yeah, second. But I think that if we do get destroyed, we first off, I think we go to a delay. Probably like a week delay, maybe even a month delay. Or we could even do like how we did it, how we went to New Hampshire, how we had to delay that because of the 9/11 attacks. So I could say we could delay that till the Black Friday weekend. But if we're not good there, well, not Black Friday weekend, maybe time. If we can't do it during that time, I would say we could move to a track. Here's the thing. It's gotta be near a famous city. So Miami, that's a famous city. We could go to Chicago. Now, here's another thing I want to see. It's gotta be a day to night race, just like the Ford EcoBoost 400 in the Cup Series. So we could have Chicagoland. We could even have the Auto Club Speedway. We haven't had a night race there for Cup since 2008. We could have maybe even Dover. Where do we want to have lights? Tracks have lights. Phoenix, maybe. Richmond. Charlotte. I would say most likely Charlotte would be the answer for this NASCAR country. And what about this end of season in Charlotte? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking. Jake, you're up.
Hey guys,
I'd
breaking
say
news.
what?
The NFL season has officially kicked off.
Go Chiefs.
Okay. So, anyways, I'd say they just straight up move to another track, and anyone who's already purchased tickets to Homestead, Miami, should just get refunded, and just say, I don't know, somewhere away from the hurricane. So, like somewhere maybe in the West Coast where it's closer to Phoenix, the second to last race. Maybe I don't know where you could really locate it. Probably, like Marty said, Charlotte would be a good answer, or a track that we only visit once. That could be a good season closer. Maybe go to Atlanta in the eye of the storm. Is it?
Yeah, it could be. Well, I don't
What
think
is Atlanta?
I mean, if Atlanta, let's pretend Atlanta wasn't. Now it's not the first time Atlanta was the season closer. I mean, they could do it again, just like they did 20 or 30 years ago for Homestead, Miami. But yeah, just I'd say relocate. Maybe Auto Club could be a good season closer.
Yeah. We're gonna.
Yeah, that's what they should do. Just straight up move to a different track.
I would love for them to go to a track that's similar to Homestead. I mean,
Auto
bottom line, this season closer has to be a fantastic race. Homestead has been a fantastic race for the past few years. It can't go to a track like Chicagoland. It's not a really top 10 race in my opinion, not a top 10 racetrack. Can't go to some boring mile and a half. We have to go to a unique mile and a half, a short track. What if we
Auto Club has pulled out some good races
Talladega for the season closer? That'd be insane.
That would be.
I mean, we could go there. I mean,
People would be really mad
But-
though, but it would be insane.
but what about the October Talladega race? Do we just go back there as soon as we, or maybe another criteria is let it not be like a chase race that we've just been to.
Well, let's also think about this. Homestead is still 11 weeks away. When this hurricane hits, it'll be 10 weeks away. We still have 2.5 months, if something happens to Homestead, to get it fixed. So maybe we can still race there if something
Well,
happens.
here's the thing. I'm going to add this as well because I just saw the story on NASCAR.com. They talked about Homestead Miami Speedway. They're actually doing, they're taking many precautionary measures. They are putting up shutters, taking down canvas and awnings, down or storing away anything that could become a projectile, including banners on the leaderboard, garbage cans, temporary bleachers around the road course, etc.
I mean, that's a smart move, but what if the actual track disintegrates? That's what you gotta think. That's for any business. You gotta think ahead of these storms. Okay, where should we go when Homestead Miami is destroyed? Or let's say it also hits Daytona. Where do we go there for the season opener? That's kind of stuff you gotta think.
Well, I think we should revisit this topic next week. If I can even be here next week, if there will even be a place for me to actually do the show, which would be really sad. But I think we should revisit this topic next week to see what kind of shape Homestead is in, and then make a decision there.
Okay. All right. So we have one more question. It's going to be a quick question.
Whoa.
Cody. We've got Cody and Jake.
Yeah, because it got me.
Y'all already went to me.
Okay, I did not go yet.
Go, Cody.
So, okay, I'm hoping Homestead Miami doesn't get destroyed. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be destroyed. But what if I am somehow managed to be wrong and it gets, damaged or anything like that? Well, here's my response. I would say, don't cancel the finale. It'd be a bad idea to have a 9-race chase because we're sure as heck not going to have a championship 8. Okay, that's not going to happen. I believe the appropriate location for a track for the championship's got to be a pretty entertaining one. So to be practically honest, the most likely probability for me would be, I don't know, not Atlanta, even though it's been the finale track in the past. Heck, maybe we could do that for Throwback Weekend. Anybody? Well, anyway, I'm thinking we should go to a more fun track. Heck, I think the IndyCar used to go to Las Vegas or Auto Club for the finale. I bet we can do something really fun at those 2 tracks. So I would highly suggest Vegas or that, or how about that Roval? They're not using the Roval yet this year. How about just send them over to Roval for the championship 4? That would be really exciting right there, considering that it's a road course. And it could probably be the most intense championship battle we ever had because it's a road course. An underdog will probably win that race, to be practically honest. So that would be my answer to such a question.
Alrighty. All right, so we're gonna make this the last question a quick question. You're just gonna say what the answer is. All right, Subway or Dunkin' Donuts? Dunkin' Donut. Michael.
Crud. Can I have both?
You have to choose one.
I don't know. Dang. Well, I guess Dunkin' Donuts you can get the best of both worlds.
All
You
right.
can get your food and heck, I don't know, Dunkin' Donuts because Subway. I like Subway, but they screwed up with the Suarez thing. Good.
All right, Jake.
Subway. I'm minority here, I guess.
Just kidding.
I mean, I like Subway, so.
All right, I want Subway because we haven't had out college, but I'm sorry, Dunkin' Donuts on this one. All right, Cody.
I don't go to Subway all that often, so Dunkin' Donuts.
All right, boys, let's get the prediction set up. But first, let's recap the standings from this past weekend. After Darlington, I start the points with 93. Michael is second with 86. Jake is third with 82, and Cody is fourth with 79. So the order: Cody, Jake, Michael, then myself. So we have 2 races this weekend. First race you can pick whoever you want. The second race, you gotta pick different people.
I don't like points.
I love points.
I don't.
All right. Anyway, it is the Virginia 529 College Davis 250 Xfinity Series race. This race will be held Friday night at 7:30 p.m. on NBCSN. Your notable entries for this weekend: Paul Menard will be in the 2. Christopher Bell will be in the 20. Brad Keselowski the 22. Let's see here. Who else? Tyler Reddick in the 42. And Dale Jr. is in the 88. And it's not an Xfinity Series race without him in the 18.
Why him? Why
Why
him?
him? Why
I
him?
don't know. Because him
Guys,
stupid, that's why.
Rejoice. This is his last Xfinity race. Rejoice.
Yes.
For the season? Okay, sweet.
Yay!
All right. Anyway, Cody.
Overall.
Okay, so for the Xfinity race, I'm going to say the same pick that I made on a show earlier this week. William Byron wins.
All right, Jake.
I'm not choosing him. I'm not choosing him. I'm not choosing him.
Him.
No.
No!
Okay. No, we're not. I'm not choosing him. So I'm actually gonna go with Justin Allgaier for this one.
All right.
Just
Michael.
different for once.
How many wins of 93?
90, I think 92, 93.
92? Okay, well, whichever one it is, give him 93 or give him 94. Let's get him out of the series as soon as we can. I pick him.
I pick him too.
Watch he goes back on what he said with the 100 wins thing, and he keeps racing.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
lot.
yeah, I lied.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. Alrighty. So now we get to our featured race of the weekend. So you guys get your diecast ready for your different picks. The
I'm
Federated
For me,
Auto
I'll be my
Parts,
laptop, but I don't have my laptop with me right now.
the Federated
Darn
Auto
it.
Parts 400, the Cup Series race at 7:30 p.m. on
Yeah, Richmond,
NBCSN.
right?
30. So you guys get your diecast ready. Cody, do you have your pick?
Come on.
I do have my pick, but I do not have my laptop with me. Dang it.
Okay, then. Just
Give me a minute as I get that. Don't pick, otherwise Jake's going to steal my pick.
All right, I got my 2 picks just in case.
Did the
Cody's
Chiefs
stupid.
seriously just fumble on their first play?
I'm not watching. I'm watching the U.S. Open.
The Chiefs just fumbled on their first play with their rookie running back.
GG.
Fire him.
Okay, I
Okay,
am back with my laptop now. And I am going to show you guys the driver that I think is going to win this race.
Okay.
So, the driver I'm going to pick did really good at Richmond in the spring. And no, it is not Joey Logano. You know why?
Oh, wow.
Because he's been going down lately. And, like, seriously going down. Like, he's behind Eric Jones in points right now. That's how embarrassing it is. So, I am going to pick a driver who has won at this track before. And to be honest with you, he was somewhat robbed from the win only because of the encumbered victory. And from my beliefs, I believe that he should have gotten credit for his 3rd win of the season. Well, guess what? This is going to change things right here, people. He will finally get his third win of the season after being robbed over an encumbered victory. Brad Keselowski gets his third win of the season, second at the track.
I thought he has just one. Let me get a
Just with
second.
Cody.
He has 2
Just
wins.
Yeah.
And Martinsville. And he was
Yeah.
never encumbered, Cody.
No, I mean, like, no. I was
No,
talking
Joey
about Joey
Logano
Logano's
was
one being encumbered. I said that, remember, before my prior opinion, that for Joey Logano's one being encumbered, that Brad should have been credited.
Oh, all
Like,
right.
if he
I
should
got
have gotten his third win of the season.
I got you.
That's why I said that.
I got you.
So
Alrighty.
that's what I'm saying. Brad's going to win his third race of the season officially.
Yeah, I
And
got
will
it.
win Richmond for the second
Yes,
time
Cody.
in his career.
Cody,
All right,
guess
guys,
what?
let's go to-
Thanks, Cody. Thanks and stealing your pick, or thanks and you did not steal my pick?
You did not steal my pick.
How hard is it to steal your pick, and then it's so easy for you to steal mine?
I can almost guarantee he's
I don't
about
know.
to steal my pick.
Maybe. This driver is also looking for his third win of the season
Nope, he isn't.
after a long. Wait, what,
You aren't stealing my pick.
Michael? Maybe I am. I don't
No,
know.
you're not.
He's probably gonna pick
Maybe
a
I
ball
am.
driver. That's
Maybe
why.
Just
Just
go
think
ahead.
of. Okay. Hold on. Is this your driver?
No.
Picking him anyway.
Oh, it's him, Whacker.
Wait, are you picking Kyle Busch, Jake?
No, I'm picking him.
Good one.
Oh man.
Oh shoot! I just played myself.
All right, Michael.
What?
Wait, he is actually picking Kyle?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, good. I thought I played myself. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm not thinking. I thought he was gonna ask if that was my driver, and then I said no, and he was gonna switch it. All right. Well, too bad we're already on to me, so you can't do it now. All right. I am going to go between 2 drivers. One has been dominant. One is still looking for his win. Which one I'm going to pick, I don't know. The guy that I'm thinking about picking, that I was seriously considering before the show started, is like 180 points out. He hasn't been very good lately. And that's probably going to be the only reason why I won't be picking him to win this race Saturday night. So with that being said, if I can find the car in the dark, Marty, I bet you were hoping that I would go with the 22 Penske Racing driver, Joey Logano, so that you could pick Mr. MTJ himself, Martin Truex Jr. He will win the race.
Oh boy, yeah, you got me there. Because I had those 2 drivers in mind.
So I guess you're Logano now.
So yeah, I'm gonna stop the broadcast there. I'll see you guys later. No, I'm kidding.
We didn't do our outro, so he's not. Okay.
Anyway,
Hey, go ahead.
my pick for this weekend. So I was thinking Truex, but I can't go with him, Sally. So I'm actually gonna go with a safe pick, and I believe though, because he does have. Yeah, you guys all know who I'm going with. Yeah, you know. I'm just gonna throw it right now.
Just show us.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't
my
even
God.
talk about like,
Oh.
Michael just said the words right on my mouth for me. Joey Logano, I think. I'm gonna, because here's the thing: we have a hater on Facebook, by the way, who can't stand Joey Logano. He's a big Joe Gibbs Racing fan, and anyone else besides Joe Gibbs Racing that wins, they cheat.
Is
So,
it
here's the
Run
thing.
Ronaldo Run?
No, his name's Patrick O'Toole.
So,
But anyway,
guys, just like
I'm
you
gonna
know,
pick this
the last
win,
time I
so
picked-
yeah, I'm gonna try Logano's this weekend.
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, just letting you know, guys. The last time I picked Kyle
Oh,
Larson, he wrecked, or not Kyle Busch. Oh yeah, Kyle Busch. Last time I picked Kyle Busch, he wrecked. So don't worry.
All right. So anyway, that's gonna do it for this week on Motorsports 360. Next Tuesday we can't. This coming Tuesday we can't do because of the NASCAR Heat 2. This Wednesday we can't do because I have a game to call that day. So next show next Thursday at 8/7 Central. But we have one more segment to do.
Wait.
Michael, it's time.
Wait. We're not gonna do the show because a video game comes out.
NASCAR Heat 2.
People won't watch us.
I want to play it.
Fine.
But just so you know,
it's not like
people.
I'll have a place to go anyway, so you know.
But anyway, you gotta do stuff that Rick Allen / Ken Squire says.
Oh crap! Hang on.
Ken Squire.
Let me pull it up.
Real quick. I need to use the bathroom really badly, so let's take a quick break real quick. So yeah, I'll be right back.
So, while Marty is gone, I got a
Talk amongst yourselves.
I gotta do. Okay. But yeah, I
Motorsports
have like an
360
announcement
back.
in regards to this show. Now, starting next Thursday, if we were to do a show regularly on Thursdays, I will be at a chemistry lab from 6 to 8:45. That will mean that I will not be attending, won't be able to be the panelist for much of these shows if it were to be Thursday nights. So I am offering subs, and I'm going to do something a little interesting. One, I'm going to have a different sub every week until I can get back. I already offered like 1 or 2 people to be a sub for a show at least. So if you're interested to be like a substitute while I'm gone, if we were to do the show Thursday nights, then please let me know and I can work that out for you. I'll just make it my pick and you can just pick them.
What's going on now? I missed it.
I'm sorry, Michael.
Okay, let's see.
Cody, are you not coming to the show anymore?
Due to my chemistry lab. Yeah, I have a chemistry lab next Thursday. So if the show were to be next Thursday, which it is, then I'll most likely won't be able to be part of it. I might be able to join the call on the picks, but other than that, I won't be able. Oh, I'll still be
Marty
be
said it's on Wednesday.
Oh, one day. Oh, okay, good. Okay, good.
The show's on Wednesday because of NASCAR Heat 2, and then from now on it'll be Tuesdays. It won't be Thursday.
Gotcha.
It's only been Thursdays the past few weeks because Marty's been at work. These were his last 2 days at work this week.
Yeah.
So it'll go back to Tuesdays.
Thank
Tuesday
you guys.
nights would fit my schedule well. Well,
yes, like Tuesdays, like on Tuesdays, if we were to do like the radio show at 4:00, then I'll only come home like a few minutes late because I have a class that ends at 4:05. So then I'll be able to come back by discussion time at the latest. So that's awesome.
Probably moving to 8 because we're not on the radio anymore.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I'll certainly be able to make it at 8 then. It'll certainly depend on the event situations and whatnot. But I will say this. I will mostly be able to come on every Tuesday night.
Okay. What were you going to say, Jake, about your schedule?
It might vary. That's to say the least. I also have work. I work 2 days a week. I know that doesn't sound much, but knowing that's going to be like on Tuesday, that could. It's usually either Tuesdays or Wednesdays, and the next 2 weeks I have it on Tuesdays. So I mean, if we kept it on like Thursday or Wednesday, even Monday, then it could be really fit in my schedule. But Tuesdays, that's when I'm the busiest.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Marty is taking a long bathroom break.
Well, we're waiting for the Rick Allen segments.
But he said to talk some ourselves until he came back. So
yeah. By the way, after the show's over, I'm gonna head up to the upstairs suite and watch the football game with most of the guys there.
Okay, here I'm gonna read your guys on chat. Elijah, I came back and I heard Marty laughing. It's probably from earlier.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Maybe we could have Elijah Gordon be your temporary replacement, Cody.
Yeah. That would be F and only F. That'd be F and only F. I won't be able to make the show sometimes because, college life.
Yeah, college life. I feel
My
you.
schedule will
High
be
school
all
life.
screwed up.
Show it up.
College life. I feel you.
Marty, come back.
Elijah also said maybe have it at Auto Club, like I said earlier. Why not at Auto Club? It's just right there from Phoenix. Just the next state over.
Marty, was that him? Was that his door?
I think that was Cody. Man, I'm tired.
Wait a minute. What's with the bling bling thing? Because I don't think it came from me.
Marty was really looking forward to this segment. I'm not starting it
All
without.
right, chat, are you alive?
Chad, are you alive?
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm
Well,
back.
All right, finally.
Okay.
Can I start the segment now?
Yes. Very segment.
All right. Rick Allen made a terrible pun during the first stage. Kevin Harvick won't be happy about that stop. Happy Harvick, he won't be happy.
That was good. That's funny. That's
Oh.
funny.
I'm sure everyone heard these comments. They were the talk of the race when Ken Squires came on. That Jones boy. He was very impressed by Rick Jones. He kept calling him that Jones boy.
I love it.
The Jones boy. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of when I called Daniel Suarez Danny Suarez.
Well, Daniel Suarez happens to be featured on our next thing that Ken Squires said. When they came back from break, I'll try to do my best Ken Squires impression. We're back here at Darlington for the Southern 500, and the caution is out. It's Suarez, the Mexican.
The Mexican.
It's
That is so
Suarez, the
politically
Mexican.
incorrect.
Other
That
people
is
would
so
get fired
politically
if they
incorrect.
said that. Not Ken Squires.
He's Ken Squires. He can never get fired.
Oh yeah,
Well,
guys,
he's
if
pretty
you
retired.
watch
What?
Fired.
I do.
Shameless
Can't be
Bud
black
Butt,
flagged.
Steve Letarte. He's what? Okay. What?
So if you notice on my prediction video, I put for prediction number 11, I put Danny Suarez instead of Daniel Suarez. If you notice that.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Okay,
didn't
so
realize
Steve
that.
Letarte. This is actually going to be something that Steve Letarte said. He said, "Here we see Denny Hit." Well, that's Matt Kenseth actually. He got his drivers backwards. And onto Reddit, the material I have from Reddit. Apparently, he mispronounced his name. He says Truex and Keselowski instead of Keselowski and Truex. But for whatever reason, he pronounces De Benedetto perfectly. Also, during the aerial coverage brought to you by Smithfield, apparently Rick Allen says Smithfield Fields. I'm not really sure what that's all about. Let's see here. After that one cycle of caution stops, Ken tried to run down the top 5 or 6 guys who got off pit road and literally got every. Jeff Burton called Kyle Busch Kurt Busch. Everyone is embracing Throwback Weekend here at Darlington times 1,000. Said by user Robot Rick Allen. Oh, the Jeff Burton thing was by Ricky Chang. The Ken Squire pit stops was JPD 909. Smithfields was from
What is a cat?
What? Okay.
Oh, my cat just woke up.
The cat's talking
And
Motorsports 360.
pronunciation of Truex and Keselowski was by user Sean_Gossett. I told the guys that I would get them credit for that. Username Rex Out. Squire said NASCAR on MSNBC instead of NBCSN.
Not all.
All right.
I have one more thing. Wait. JMac updates 1. Rick said the yellow and white checkered flag was waving at the end of stage 2. That's all I got.
White and checkered.
All right, that is going to do it for this episode of Motorsports 360, officially sponsored by Dodge and Car Bank.
Not really.
Not really.
Next show, once again, next Thursday, 8/7 Central. For Michael, I'm Marty saying so long. We'll see you guys next time. Say bye, everyone.
Pray for me.
Three. And a Dodge.
In
And the Dodge.
a hurricane.
Pray for Michael.